Hey there, my name is the TOMY Remaker. I hope you all are doing good. First of all, I want to thank you all for the support in the last video. The video hit 1,000 views in a day. My team and I were deeply shocked, but happy about the result. At the moment I'm writing this, the video has almost 5,000 views and over 200 likes. And the channel hit 1,000 subs. That's a new record. Oh wait, what's that? Today we're finally reviewing the TOMY 7404 set, also known as Giant Thomas set. Today's video is going to be less formal than the others, because this is my favorite item from my collection. I want to talk deeply about it and why it is that important to me. First of all, a little bit of history. Big Thomas was released as a destination by Playrail back in 1997. It included Giant Thomas with some switches and tracks to make a little layout. In 1998, it was released in the UK by Tomica World as the Thomas Giant set, better known as Giant Thomas set because of Giant Thomas. 1 year later, it was released in the US. This same year, Playrail re-released it in the even more fun with Big Thomas set, including 2 track loops, parkour and a tunnel. A few years later, in 2005, Motor Road and Rail released a bonus version of the set, adding a tower of track loop, Toby with Henrietta and a troublesome truck, and a Stepney with another troublesome truck and a brake pan. Funnily enough, there is another variant of the set. Tomica World released a bonus engine edition. It is the exact same thing, like the normal Giant Thomas, but it now adds Thomas with any Clarabelle. We will be focusing on the normal set released in the UK and the US. So, what does the set include? In the engines and rolling stock section, we have Doug, Diesel, James, a milk and a soda fuel tanker, Scruffy, the original livery, not this one, Toad, a brake van and a cattle car. It also has some double curved rails, curves, half straight and straight rails, switches and elevations, or risers. When I bought the set, it didn't have all the elevations, so we will use these little ones. It also has a quarter of a straight rail, but the lot I bought had 2 of these. One of them is special because instead of the TOMY logo, it has Playrail wrote in it. I have no clue in which set it was included, but well. And the top of the cake, Giant Thomas itself. I gotta say, I love Giant Thomas. I made jokes about it being my son. There are some things that I don't have for this Thomas, that being 3 of its buffers, 1 in the front and 2 in behind, and the original funnel. This last one is interesting because it's a common thing to find listings of Big Thomas without its funnel. I've made a cardboard replica of the funnel, this is the second version of it, because one of my dogs ate the first one. This video was recorded in April 2025, but today I managed to 3D print an exact replica of the funnel in my university. This is how it looks. This Thomas has a lot of functionalities, like a lot. It serves as a compartment for storing tracks and small trains along the sides. In fact, I have the interactive tracks for Tank Engine Tomas here. In the cab, you can store large trains like James or straight rails, or wherever you like, if it fits. I have the set manual here. You can also store rails or trains back here. The next function that Giant Thomas has is being a tunnel for your layouts. Trains can go through Thomas' small box, you can make them stop with this little lever right here. It is in go, now it is in stop. And they can go below here too. The buffers are opened by a little lever in the sides. Sadly, mine's a little itchy and it doesn't work that good. You can also move Thomas's eyes by rotating the funnel. The whistle is also functional too. The engine itself also can be stopped or be free-wheeled. You put the brake off with this lever and off he goes. Now that we know what the set includes, let's build it, shall we? Here it is, in its full glory. I added this bridge so I can cover the rail riser I don't have and that other one that, well, will need to work somehow. Let's see it in action. A few minutes ago I said that I wanted to talk about how important this set was for me, and that's what I will do now. Back when I was a little child, I used to watch lots of Thomas videos on YouTube on a Windows XP PC in the office where my grandmother used to work. I remember lots of videos, some G-scale Batman trains, the typical Tomy remakes, and commercials. Once I saw a video which had an absurdly big Thomas, like a giant one. As a child, I was amazed with this. It didn't use the normal Trackmaster track that I had back in the day, like the Hit Toys or a metal one. Why were the tracks blue? Trains could go through Thomas? It blew my mind. I started being obsessed with it. I watched the same commercials again and again. The obsession with it was so big that I used to dream I had giant Thomas, but when I woke up, it wasn't in my room, sadly. In some parts of my adolescence, I started liking other things, and eventually didn't care too much about Thomas. I used to sometimes build a layout, but the interest didn't last more than a week. Even if I wasn't interested in Thomas at the moment, I recurrently searched on Google Tommy 7404 Giant Thomas. That number was burned in my mind. 2020 wasn't the exception. I got interested in Thomas again because of the pandemic, and the search for Giant Thomas just increased. I saw this listing. I went to talk with my dad to ask if I could get it. Finally, we actually bought it. I was so happy. I used to track the shipment all day, like when I woke up, when I went to bed, even in bed, etc. It actually was really fast. It came from the UK and arrived to Chile in a week. I remember that I was in a history online class. When my dad knocks on my door, when he entered the room, he told me the package had arrived. I jumped out of the motion. I couldn't concentrate in the class anymore. My dream was just a few minutes from me. When the class ended, I ran to the concierge of the place where I lived, and there it was, a huge box. The box was so big that I couldn't take it by myself, so I had to take it in a shopping cart. When I arrived at my flat, I was so excited to open the box. I opened it, and there was lots of new paper and tracks. I dug among all the rails until I saw him. I saw the big Thomas and I took him out of the box. It was glorious. My younger self felt complete that day. My dream had come true. I was so happy that I even left it beside me when I went to sleep. Many friends, personal people that I know and know me, know that I used to like a lot back in 2018 or 2019, and I didn't give a fuck about school. The only thing I wanted to do was to play Fortnite. 2020 was the year I started to change for good, and Giant Thomas was the final result of that change. I had earned it. I was 13 when I got it. Giant Thomas isn't just a very big toy for me. It represents the change I had as a person that year. It was the result of my effort and will to change. It also represents the end of a phase in my life, which I am tremendously proud of how it ended. That's how important Giant Thomas is for me. Now, going back to the review itself, Giant Thomas set is a perfect set, at least for me. It has 3 of the most famous characters in the series, a good amount of a rolling stock, a lot of rails and risers, and Giant Thomas itself. which, as we discussed in the video, it served many purposes, and on display it looks awesome, it is perfect. So I would say it is a really complete set, pretty solid. I couldn't find its original retail price, so if you know, please comment it. That was heavy. This has been the TOMY 7404 Thomas Giant Set review. I hope you like it, because I wanted to review this set for years but couldn't figure it out of how to put everything I wanted to say into a video. So please comment if you like it. I read all the comments that you rate. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos like these, reviews, Tomy talks, remakes or shorts. Thanks for watching, I'm the TOMY Remaker and I will see you in the flip side. Bye bye.